going on, y'all? Happy New Year. My name is Matt. Just wanted to leave y'all a video for this month. Was trying to think about what I was going to do it on, and optimistic thinking just seemed relevant to me. With everything that's going on right now, the pandemic, isolation, it can really kind of take a hit on someone's mental health. And so just some ways to kind of work on that. Sometimes it can be as simple as, working on thinking a little bit more positively about things. And, it's shown to have very physical effects and help as well. Studies have shown that it adds to improved health, can make your relationships better and even higher income. And then most importantly, just offering a greater resistance to people through some of those negative times. Thinking more positively can help someone find meaning in adversity. And so today we're just going to talk about some ways to kind of help and get your optimal optimistic thinking. So I think it's important to note that this isn't some fantasy thinking or wishful thinking in any sense, because not every experience that we have is going to be a positive one. We are going to experience failure and go through that, but it's kind of being resilient during those negative events, and the knowledge that when those negative things come about, that those are temporary events and it's not a permanent thing in life, that they're specific to that situation and not some global overarching thing that's going to take over, and that also it's like an external cause. And so internally there exists really great possibility for change, for improvement, and for continuing on and moving forward. So the cool thing is that we can actually train our brains. We can design and calibrate our brains to think more positively and be more optimistic in how we view the world. And so there's a few different ways we can do this. The first one is to note the company that you keep. We have those friends or people in our lives that, when they enter a room and they're feeling down, it brings us down as well. We know that negativity is contagious, but at the same time, positivity is contagious as well. And so, having those friends who are positive can bring that light to our lives, can make us more positive, and we kind of pick up on their vibes. The second thing we can do to help train our brains to think more positively is by keeping a journal. Some of you already do this. It's a great way of expressing all the feelings that we have throughout a day, the good, the bad, and the in between. If you do already do this though, add a little piece to it. Add a part for gratitude, so that you're writing down one thing that you're thankful for at least every day. Something that you experienced, ate, a person in your life, anything like that. And so that we are adding that part to our lives, and we're now consciously looking for those things, looking for those good parts of our life, will just help our brain in every situation to kind of look for the positive as well. If it is a person that you're thankful for, let that person know. Just as other people, add to your positivity, you can do the same to someone else. And sometimes just letting them know how great they are can go a long way. The third thing is just acknowledging what we can control and what we can't control. Things like a global pandemic, we can't control that, but we can control how we are socially distancing ourselves. If we're wearing a mask, if we're isolating once we do have it, those are things that can kind of help and be the next step forward that we can take. Our past is something that we cannot control or we can't change, but a lot of times we get really focused on that, and we spend so much time and energy worrying about that when we can't do anything about it, instead of focusing on the next step forward and the next best thing we can do and the task at hand. Some things that can kind of help our brains in that way is mindfulness, meditation, things like that. Focusing on the things we can control, and the things that we have power over. And that can help us kind of be more positive, but also know our own power as well. And the last way to train your brain that I'm going to share with you today is a very important one. It's not ignoring or forgetting or denying those negative things. we can maybe make ourselves feel better in the short term, but long term it hurts us to have those blinders on. And thinking positively and negatively is not just ignoring everything else. If we have some kind of goal that we're trying to accomplish that we're falling short of, it's not going to help us get there to deny any shortcomings that we have, any deficiencies. It really helps to be realistic in that sense, and know that we can control working on those things. And so it's not, it is possibly overly positive. It does really help to do that, but you need it supplemented with good realistic thinking, and a combination of the two I find is the best way to navigate through life.